同学们好 I am a traveling Chinese teacher. 现在我在美国 Florida. Today we're going to learn lesson 7. 我们先一起来复习吧。All right, let's see if you can spot the radicals we learned in lesson 6. If you feel your memory is getting rusty, go back and review the past lessons. 一，我们有火，so possibly B. 二 there is 日something with sun or with time. So it could be this or could be this. Okay, now 三 there is Wang. There are actually two Wang. And we say Wang is king, but most often is precious stone, jewelry. So in this case, we're guessing it's A. So final, you have to debate, is it A or D? We're going to choose for D for now, okay? So in the end, we have 燃烧. Oh, yes, don't forget to spot this variation of fire radical 火. So 燃烧 is to burn or burning. 燃烧. 二时间. 时间 is time. 时间. 三珍珠. 珍珠就是我们的 pearl. 珍珠. 你喜欢珍珠吗? If you like this radical lesson, please give Crazy a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with family or friends. 好，现在我们看今天的偏旁部首，我们要学习偏旁部首19到21。有我们的石 stone or rock, 鱼 fish, 山 mountain. 好，石是 stone or rocks. And if you say 石 in a character, it could be things made of stone or it's something strong and stable. Okay, so now let's look at the ancient form. What do you see? This is a cliff, a cliff, and then you have a rock falling. And the radical form is the same as the character form. And 石字旁, so often you'll find 石 on the left side. Of course, it's not true in this example. 岩石 for rocks. Okay, 岩石 or 基础 but in 基础 you see the 石 is on the left side, as well as 饭碗 rice bowl. Rice bowl also have cultural significance. It means somebody's job. So if you lose your job, I can say 我丢了饭碗 because your job supports you to have food and shelter, right? So 饭碗 represents your job as well. But now let's look at those words again. What other radicals have you seen? For example, in 岩石的岩, there's also 山 mountain. In 基础的基, there's also the earth, soil, or the ground, because that's where you build your base, right? And in 饭碗, rice bowl, we also have the food radical. So all these, as you see, you're building up your knowledge base. You'll have more clue of the word. So how do we write 石? We're going to start with 横撇 and make sure this 撇 is not going over. Okay, when you're going over, it's the character 右. So don't go over. And then write 口. Okay, and close the 口. And there you go. All right, let's look at the idiom with 石. 心如铁 铁石. Your heart is like iron and rock. That just means somebody is very disheartening, right? Like nothing can move them. So they're stubborn and cruel. Okay. 第二个, the second radical, 鱼, fish. And there comes the little fish, maybe hanging on line. Okay. Radical form, same or not the same. We're going to see them in the example. So you will call this 鱼字旁, 鱼字旁. Now, so not only just fish items, but also a lot of water animals. You're going to see the fish radical in them too. Okay, so we're going to see the first example. 新鲜, 新鲜. So 新 is new. 鲜 is when something is very, very tasty. How come it's tasty? Because in the 鲜, we have two parts. 一个是鱼, okay, the fish. And the other one is 羊, the sheep. Okay, so according to Asian Chinese wisdom, if you cook fish and goat or sheep together, you're gonna get this super flavor. Okay, and then you're gonna 很鲜, 很鲜. Okay, or the other way is to say if you want to have good fish or good lamb, you have to have it fresh. So whatever clicks to your memory. Okay, so we have 新鲜. And then the rest of them are all examples of things live in water. Okay, so we have 鲨鱼, 鲨鱼, 海鲜, so things fresh out of the ocean. That's a seafood. And 鳄鱼, even though it's not a fish, but in Chinese, you not only name it 鱼, but also have the 鱼 in part of the character for alligator. So you can see how animals are viewed from those historical lenses. So let's write the 鱼 together. So start with 撇, and then 横, go. And then you start writing the rice field, 田, okay, 树, 横折钩, 横, 树, 横, and then you write the 横 in the end. And in the radical form, the 横 is not exactly a 横. So you're going to end up writing a slanted 横, okay, which, or in Chinese, you call it 提, okay. So this is how you save space for the other half. Idiom for 鱼 is 鱼目混珠. Fish eyes mixed in pearls. When I used to eat fish, I can definitely see the eyes of fish. I don't know about you. But anyways, if you ever seen 鱼目 or the eyes of the fish, you're going to see it's white, right? So 鱼目混珠 is a metaphor to say there are inferior things mixed in, like high quality stuff. For example, you're not good at math, but when they're recruiting people, say, who are good at math, you went into the group or mixed into the group. Okay, so then you are 鱼目混珠. Okay, 好. Want to have the full note of the class? Go ahead and join my membership. The last radical for today 是我们的山 mountain. So here, shape or looks of mountain, that means the words to describe like different parts of the mountain or even the shape of the mountain. You're going to have the word 山 in it. If you remember in the word 岩石, you have both the mountain and the rock. Okay, now let's see 山, we will call it 山字旁. So oftentimes on the left side, but we're going to see lots of exceptions today. 第一个就是日出, 日出. A lot of students will read this as 山 because obviously we do have two mountains in here. Okay, so now if you see one mountain and another mountain, that means to come out. And what comes out? The sun came out. So that is sunrise. 日出日出. Now, can you tell me how do you say sunset? And then the next one is, as we say, different parts of the mountain, like this part right here on the slope mountains. So the peak of the mountain, 山峰山峰. You see the little mountain here? And we also have 岛, island. So what's the image of island? Is you have some bird over a mountain or hill, right? So that's the image in Chinese for island, okay? 鸟和山. Now the last part is a bit cultural, okay? So in China, there are 5 tall and famous mountains, and then they are called 五岳, just means the 岳 just means tall mountains, okay? And then the 五岳 are 泰山, 华山, 衡山, 嵩山, 衡山. So far, I've just been to Huashan, but there is another mountain, according to Xu Xiake, a famous Chinese traveler. It's even beyond these 5 mountains. That is Huangshan. Chris and I went there in 2018. Huangshan is also in Anhui province. Okay, so let's try to write this shan before we move to the idiom. Okay, so shan is slightly symmetrical, so we're going to start with the shu, the middle part, and then left, and then finish the right. Okay, and then when you finish, just write it slightly longer. I think I did it too long. Okay, so slightly longer. Okay, you can connect or have a little bit of the space, it's fine. Okay, so it just shan. Idiom for shan is 愚公移山. 愚公 moves mountain, or the 愚公 by itself, I mean, even the name has some significance. It just means like a stupid old man moves mountain. Okay, so it's a long story, and I will let you go discover the story behind this idiom and the significance of it. And also in Chinese culture, I think oftentimes it's not used as a bad thing to say, oh, you know, you have the spirit of 愚公. Okay, that doesn't mean you're stupid, trying to move a mountain. That means even though you have a high goal, right? But you are very persistent in achieving your goal. 所以愚公移山. Go ahead and find the story yourself. I'll see who will be the first one to write a few examples of characters or words that contains the characters we learned today. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. 我们下次见。